together. Michelle joining us now with some updated information.
You know, quiet these next 2 days, Danielle, so we want to spend a lot of time talking about this weekend system. It's an extremely close call for our area. We know that the northern part of the storm where we're going to be sitting has a very sharp cutoff in precipitation. So over a distance of, say, 50 to 100 miles, that's going to make the difference between little to no accumulation and maybe over a foot of snow. So that's the sort of forecast track sensitivity that we're dealing with here with this storm. So slight shifts in the track are going to make a big difference in the amount of snow that we see. There's a lot more confidence about the wind and the waves with this storm. High confidence of seeing both strong gusty winds as well as high surf that will lead to maybe some beach erosion and coastal flooding around the high tide cycles, especially on Cape Cod for Saturday night and Sunday morning. Radar's quiet across Rhode Island and southeastern Massachusetts this morning. Threat trackers low for today and Friday. We're going to up it to the medium level though, starting Saturday. Windy, snow will start to arrive during the day on Saturday. Some accumulations looking likely still with this storm, and those strong coastal winds will start to develop. Narragansett, still a little breezy, but nothing damaging in terms of the wind gusts right now. In Narragansett, sun is shining. A little ice along the lake this morning. And in Providence, we've got our hurricane barrier camera showing the clear skies here as we finish out the morning drive. 21 in Warwick, feels like 12 degrees. We're in the lower 20s, Smithfield. Also a wind chill of about 12. Tiverton's cold, 23, feels like 13. And we're in the lower 20s in Westerly with mostly light winds right now. Winds do pick up a little bit through the day, so it'll be breezy and chilly for your afternoon. Around 33 for the high. Northwest winds 10 to 15 miles an hour. Tonight's lows under clear skies, they drop down to about 15 degrees, so it's a chilly one. Northwest winds at 5 to 10 miles an hour. A little system that moved over parts of New Jersey and the D.C. area, bringing just some light snow, but it was enough to create issues there. That missed us. We just got the cloud cover from it, and all that's clearing out. This is our storm system here. This is the one that we're seeing taking shape. Notice over the last few frames here, as you really see the precipitation starting to blossom in the deep south. We're tapping into Gulf Coast moisture here, moisture from the Gulf of Mexico. And that storm, as it gets going, will move off of either the North Carolina or Virginia coastline by Saturday morning. And then where it tracks from there will determine what sort of impact we see here in southern New England, with a more northerly track bringing in higher totals. However, if it tends to track further away, it'd be less of an impact. And right now we're leaning towards close enough call that we get accumulating snow, but with the worst of it staying just to our south. So let's look at the Futurecast here. Through the overnight hours tonight, we're dry and mostly clear, increasing clouds by the end of the day on Friday, and then turning cloudy for Saturday morning, but starting off dry. Here's the leading edge of the snowfall pushing into the Big Apple on Saturday morning, and by 11 o'clock in the morning, probably sitting just to our south and west. So by the early afternoon, it's starting to push into our area. Looks to peak late Saturday night, ending early Sunday afternoon. 2 to 6 inches for most of our area. Less as you head to the north, maybe only a dusting to 2, Boston to Worcester. I wanted to show you out over the ocean. Obviously, we don't care as much about what's going to fall over the fish, but just to our south of Block Island, 1 foot plus snowfall total. So if the storm tracks a little bit closer to us, we could be way off with these snowfall totals. And if it tracks a little bit further away, we could end up with very little. So it's a tricky storm, and that's why you need to stay up to date with the very latest snowfall totals and forecasts here. You're going to want to check in with Tony tonight on the weekend. I expect some difficult travel Sunday morning. 30 degrees for the high, snowy and windy in the morning. Still some blowing and drifting snow in the afternoon, but drying up with that snow ending. Check in with Tony tonight. He'll be on